Hi guys, it's reaction time. We've got Testament and Shadow People. Before I get into the reaction, a massive thank you to Reflection, Greek heavy metal band that sent me this t-shirt this week. The new album is out now, The Battles I Have Won. That's the cover. Amazing cover, amazing t-shirt, amazing band. Check out their new album. Thanks guys for sending me that. Okay, Testament, perhaps the best thrash metal band, I think, especially around at the moment. The best thrash metal band around at the moment, easily, I think. Love the last song. Brutal was the last song. The lead single, Infanticide AI. That was just amazing. And now we have Shadow People, the second song. It says here, official video for Shadow People from Bay Area thrash metal icons Testament. Yes, they are. The 14th studio album, Parabellum, is out on October the 10th. I can't wait, man. Love the last few Testament albums. I think the last 4 or 5 have been their best work. And that's amazing, isn't it? To think, you know, how many years they've been going. So Testament obviously is Chuck Billy on vocals, Eric Peterson on guitar, Alex Skolnick on guitar, Steve DiGiorgio on the bass, and Chris Boves on the drums. They sound like they're going backwards with age. They sound amazing, especially Chuck Billy's vocals. I couldn't believe how good they were on that last song, and I can't wait to hear Shadow People. This is the second single from the forthcoming album. Here we go. Evil, man. Are they like the scariest band at the moment? It's just fucking brilliant. They've almost got these like black metal vibes about them now, and I'm not a fan of black metal vocally. I'm not. You know, I've always like appreciated music, you know, the instrumentation of black metal. But when the vocals start, I'm like, oh man, it just drags me away. But as soon as you've got Chuck Billy on here, it's not a black metal song. It's thrash, but with tiny injections of black metal and darkness and evil, and fucking, it's brilliant, man. They're a scary band. They are. And it adds some like trees in it, you know. I'm a bit scared of like those, you know, those black metal trees we're talking about. They're dotted about throughout the video as well. So it's a pretty fucking cool video as well. I know it's probably, you know, a bit of AI in there, but it's sort of a bit of class to the video as well. You know, it's well made. But man, what a song. What a fucking song. When that first guitar came in and then the second one added, and I was like, man, they really have nailed the guitar tone as well on this album. But most importantly, it's heavy. It's so much groove to this song, man. I mean, you can't help but your head just goes. It's just fucking brilliant. Chuck Billy, amazing. Amazing. You think if you sing at that sort of level and aggression since the 80s, and he actually sounds better than I've ever heard him on the last two songs. That is amazing. I think this is easily going to be the thrash metal album of the year. I mean, to tell you the truth, thrash metal within the fans of metal, you know, in general, I think thrash metal's not been the greatest. You know, you're talking about the classic bands. Metallica hasn't produced, you know, they've produced okay music, good albums, but not great albums. You know, they're never going to go back to what they were, in my opinion, and my favourite. It's only my opinion, by the way. Never going to go back to, you know, that sound that they had, you know, all the way back to like Master of Puppets and stuff like that. Like, they'll never capture that again, I don't think. But they do. They're okay. I think Anthrax do a really good job of, you know, their last couple of albums have been great. But I think when it comes to Testament, I think they're the best at it. But they give you, although like people were supposed to go off of thrash because they think it's, you know, they need something new. I think Testament inject that. I think they somehow make it exciting again to listen to thrash music. And this song is really a bit of me because it's, you know, although I love the last song, this song got the pace of it, which really ups the ante of heaviness as well, because it's like almost medium pace for them, medium to fast pace, but it's like, you know, you can hear those riffs just fucking grinding, man, and it's just amazing. I love this section they've got now, your sort of more evil section that they're doing. It's sort of more melodic but sort of melancholy, a little bit in a little bit of a weird way, but more evil sounding as the song goes on. Wow, my wife would hate this. She really would. She would hate this, but it's fucking excellent. Amazing. I'm literally jaw dropped by how good the last two songs have been. Love the last album. Fucking love the last album, Titans of Creation. But I think this album is just gonna, well, it's easily going to be in my top albums of the year, but I think easily the thrash album of the year, without a doubt. Here we go for the rest. so fucking heavy, man. Can riffs be evil? Can riffs summon the devil? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, that could. If they could, then riffs could. That was fucking brilliant, man. That was mental, absolutely mental. I love the twists and turns it has. The big middle section of instrumentation. You know, even at the end, it just twisted it up again with those, like that riff that just was repeat. Really catchy riffs. I know that people say, yeah, can that be catchy? It fucking is, man. In my world, it's catchy as fuck. I think that's the best thrash song I've heard in years. I think that really is a fucking amazing song by Testament. That's how it's meant to be done. That is how it's meant to be. All these thrash bands, somehow Testament do it. They give you the feels of classic thrash, but make it sound like you've never heard anything like it before. Fucking man. Testament, Shadow People, that was amazing. It's coming off the album Parabellum, October the 10th. Oh, man, I can't wait. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below, though, guys. See you soon.